Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Simuleos. I need to do one thing really quick, and that is set the side terminal to be the appropriate size. Let me bring it down here. Okay, now I can bring it back. And that should be about it. That was Discord in the back. If you haven't joined Discord, just let me know and I'll add the... whatever, here's the link. Right here. Discord. Bam. Okay, let me also grab a quick sip of water. I'm sorry I'm a little bit out of it right now, but we'll get into the swing of things. I spent most of this morning actually working on the next Algorithm Archive video, so yeah, well, most of this morning that I've been awake so far. I've only been awake like 30 minutes, so, I mean, it is 5 in the morning, so cut me some slack. Hey, Omar Shihada and JSPP, thanks for coming in. Okay, so today, now here's the thing. There's a lot of things we need to do with the Algorithm Archive. There's a lot of things we need to update, a lot of things we need to, I don't know, like, just do. So I figured today we're just going to spend the time just doing some of this stuff and seeing if you guys have, you know, better ideas for how to get things done. I think that's probably a good way to go about it. This might take all of today and maybe tomorrow, I'm not really sure. But then the next simulation or the next algorithm we cover, I haven't quite decided on that one. So I'm split between number theoretic transforms and what's the other one? One of the ones that we already have in the archive, like Gaussian elimination or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and cd into projects, algorithm archive, and do the same thing over here, cd projects, algorithm archive. Now, I'm going to post a video on this later. In fact, I just finished uploading the video literally 5 minutes ago and fixing everything, so I should be able to put it out exactly when I finish stream today. But I think that update goes through all of the changes. I specifically highlight JSPP because he really helps a good bit with all of the with getting the update, well, to be what it is right now. So I'm going to go ahead and run gitbook serve over here to go ahead and open up a server, and then we should be able to just click the link and we can see the current version of the Algorithm Archive. Give it just a second. Great. Okay, open link. So here's what we currently have for the Algorithm Archive. Wait, what did I do? Oh, okay, so here's what we have for the current Algorithm Archive. It's pretty good. So first let's go to what the old chapters used to look like. Here's one for Relay integration that I have not yet put everything into. So here's the Relay integration chapter. You read through, velocity of relay, example code, and then you have C++. And after C++ you have Java, and after Java you have Python, and after Python you have Haskell, and after Haskell you have Scratch, and then MATLAB, and then LabVIEW, and then C, and JavaScript. So if you want to learn JavaScript, the only way you can find the JavaScript code is by Control-Fing and looking specifically for JavaScript, and that's not ideal. Then, you know, we had this idea a long time ago, actually, when we were originally envisioning the book. We thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you could just switch between the different versions super easily? But I had no idea how to do this. Then JSPP came in and said, yo, I know how to do that. Now, granted, truth be told, I don't think he knew how to do it beforehand, but I think he found it out, which is even cooler. And he just said, here's C# code. And then I was like, we already have C++ code. And then basically for every other language we have so far, I have pseudocode implemented for them. However, that isn't exactly true. Down here, we have the Python code that they've already implemented for us. So all I need to do is take this Python code, or Python 2, or JavaScript, or C, or whatever the code is, find the appropriate lines, and put them up in the upper boxes. So that's what I need to do for these chapters. So what I want to do right now is kind of go through all of the chapters that we already have, implement this method in there, and then go from there. So that's kind of what I want to spend today doing. And again, it might take a bit tomorrow also, but that's okay. I think that's actually probably a good way to do it. Also, it's kind of nice, I think, just to kind of ease back into the streaming thing and kind of do that thing. Okay, so as a side note, I hope all of you guys are having an absolutely wonderful day. I went ahead and soundproofed the room, and we had some discussions on Discord on how to do that, but I decided to put this over here on the door because this is better soundproofing and I need it better for the door than I do the back wall. And the back wall, I figured I'll just put up like the little pads and stuff like that, which I thought was nice. I like it. I actually like it a good bit. The truth is I'm going to have to do most of my videos in this room from now on, which isn't ideal for some reasons, but is also ideal for other reasons. So, you know, it kind of goes back and forth, but I got to do it here instead of on campus, because when I do it on campus, I'm technically using public funds for private use. And by that I mean I can't put any advertisement on the videos I make on campus. So I decided, screw it. From now on, I'm just going to make all my videos from home, and I think that's going to solve the issue. Okay. Then the other issue is sound quality. So you'll notice this in the previous video I just made. I tried very hard to make it as quiet as possible in this room, and it's honestly the quietest environment I've had up to this point. And then when I put the camera in front of it, you could still hear like all these rustlings and things like that. So I decided I should probably just use my regular microphone from now on for the future, so that I don't have to use the what am I going to say? So I don't have to use the camera's microphone from now on. The green screen, again, we have the green screen. I can use it for most situations. I just can't use it for YouTube videos because it just doesn't seem to work right for YouTube videos. If I wanted to for the videos, I mean, I can't use it for stream. I mean, I know some of you guys remember the time when I used to use it for stream, but for some reason I don't have any videos of that time. I don't know why. I apologize for that. I just don't know what happened to it. So anyway, the point is that the green screen probably won't be going up unless I specifically need it for a particular video, and I don't know if I will or will not. So that's my thoughts there. But now I think I have a good idea of how to set it up. I need to get the appropriate lighting and things like that. So we'll see how to go from there. Now, there's a couple quirks to this this system so far. This thing that we're putting into the algorithm archive. Let me go ahead and go to github.com, because this is a big one. The main one is that C and C++ code is not syntax highlighted, and it kind of drives me nuts. I've been spending hours on this. But I also created an issue on this, and it doesn't seem to have been updated yet. But we'll give them some time. You know, I think the issue is just put out, so I think, you know, give them a little bit of time. They'll probably look at it. Look at it. There we go. Hey, Kiasmo, Screamer Chaotix, thanks for coming in, guys. So anyway, with time, I'm sure we'll get the syntax highlighting and stuff back. We just need to kind of figure out how to do that from now on. So what else am I going to do? I'm going to open up a new terminal here. Oh, that was not what I meant to do. There we go. So that we have it covering the backdrop, or the running. Gosh, I cannot speak today. So we have it covering the one with the Gitbook server on there. And now we can just go through and update all the chapters. So the first one I want to do is relay integration, because quite frankly, that one's going to be probably the easiest one to do, because we already have everything ready. So let's go ahead and see the chapters. Then we want to do, let's see, I think I put it under computational physics. One second, additional physics. And then I wanted to put it under relay integration, I think. So what do we have here? LS? I think, crap, okay. Never mind. I need to rearrange things. So first I need to make a new directory. So make a directory, verlay, there we go, got it. First try, cd into verlay. And now we're gonna make directory code. Great. Now I need to copy some stuff over here. So I'm going to copy, let's see, verlay.md, of course. MD. Here. Oh, gosh, cannot do anything today. And I need to go into VI summary. Oh, CD projects, algorithm archive. And then I need to go into VI summary and verlay. Probably, yes, there we go, great. So, what am I doing? Come on. Computational physics, verlay. There we go. So this one should work just fine. Hey, Gusterman, thanks for coming in. And then we should see the relay chapter up on the algorithm archive right now. So again, for those who just popped in, today we're just going to basically add some stuff into the algorithm archive stuff so that we can do the language changes in other chapters that we've already written. For example, relay integration and stuff like that. So we're just going to go ahead and add that in there. Fled from nowhere. BogChamp, what a pleasant surprise on a Monday. James Coon's streaming. Wait, is it Monday your time? Huh. I didn't realize you... Yeah, Sunday. There we go. There's only a few people that when I'm streaming, it's actually on a Monday. One person I know is Roxtanro, because I know he's an hour ahead of me, actually. But most other people, when I stream, it's the day before. So, but yeah, for me, it's definitely Monday. Anyway, so this is the idea for the day. I know it's kind of a relaxed, chill stream. It's not going to be maybe as code intensive as some of the other stuff. But hey, you know what? Some days it just has to be like that. Man, I just can't speak at all today. It's just one of those days. As a side note, at 7 o'clock, just after finishing stream, I might finish stream at like 6:55 or something. I will go ahead and put out the next video. The thing is, I really had a lot of trouble coming up with a thumbnail for this one, so it looks maybe not as cool as some other thumbnails I've made, but hey, you know, it's okay. It's an update, you know, and I think that's okay. As far as updates are concerned, the main thing I say in the update is that, hey, we have this new method to submit code. Please submit code in this way. Please use Git to submit code. And then I also say thanks to the 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And there we go. Tomorrow's a free day. Just a day off. Let's see, what day is it? Today is, Cal, the 29th. Why would that be a holiday? Anyway, it doesn't really matter that much. I'm glad you have a free day. Also, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it happens to be your time. And let me know. I mean, let me know how your day is. Simuleos Adam is sick. Had to take a Friday off. Oh man, I'm sorry. I hope they get to feeling better. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop down here. And let's do it. Okay, so we go into CD code. And I'm also going to go into CD chapters, computational physics, comp. I spell it, I promise. Computational physics. Verlet, there we go. And let's go into VI Verlet.md. Great, we're getting there. All right. Hey, non-sensation, how are you? Let's see, what do we have? Example code, great. So let's go ahead and put all the code in here. Got marks on Friday and teachers are doing stuff Monday so the students don't have to go to school. Oh, huh. Okay, cool. Hello whatsoever. Wait, what? I don't know. So again, you guys can talk about whatever you guys want in chat. I'm perfectly okay to talk about everything as always. So just, you know, say whatever you want, do whatever you want. Well, okay, wait, not whatever you want. Like try to keep it kind of family friendly. Just, you know, don't talk about I don't know, things that would make people feel uncomfortable, like, I don't know, things that make people feel uncomfortable. Okay, so let's do this. Relay integration, so we have it here. So I think if we cd into, that's not what I meant to do, cd code, one of these days I'll learn how to type. We need to make a directory for C++, so we'll do C++, cd into C++, ls, and then we have to copy this code over here, so let's go into vi verlay dot, ooh, come on. vi into verlay.cpp. Yeah, that's one of the things. Yeah, just like that. JSPP. Good job. Good job really honing in. You guys also fled from nowhere exactly on what I didn't want you guys to talk about. That is great. You guys are the best community. I can't think of anyone who any community that's better at talking about, like, you know, the key issues than you guys. I'm so sorry, I butchered that. I don't know what I was trying to say. Okay, so we want to grab this. I think Gustorn said something correct a long time ago, as pretty much Gustorn always does, but hey, I don't think we need the comment block. I think that's fine. So let's go ahead and just grab this and pop this over here. Also, we're gonna have to refactor some of these chapters with this update, but we'll get there when we get there. Okay, so now we need to do the next bit here. There we go. Yep, okay, so here's our function. Okay, oops, I screwed that one up big time. So dd there, vo, there. Okay, so now what I want to do is start and end the method that we have to do the multiple language stuff. So let me see if I got this right. I always forget how to do it. So it's method, something like this. Oh, that wasn't right. Yep, that was totally right. Then we want to do, end method. Screw it, I'm just gonna have to look this up somewhere else. I'm so sorry, I forget every single time. CD Actually, no, I probably should have stayed in C++. No, this is okay. So let's go into VI projects, algorithm archive. What am I looking for? One that we've already implemented it. So chapters, fundamental algorithms, tree traversal, traversal.md. Great. And you're trying to take it too far. Don't push him in. Oh. No, I just missed the chat. It's pretty good. Okay, so now what we want to do is end method. Great, I'm getting there. One of these days I'll actually remember how to code. Don't push it. Okay, so we're gonna do sample lang equals C++. So ++ there, and we're gonna do this here. Okay, now we just need to import the appropriate file, which I'm gonna do here. Bam, bam. And then we want to basically grab... I'm really sorry. There's a limit to how much I can actually... I've been really trying. So this is why the text box over here is so much smaller than the text box over here. So I wanted the code text to be bigger than the side text. You know, I'm trying to make it more readable, but it's not exactly easy. So what do I want to do? I want to do just import, let's do 1- for now, code C++, and then we're going to do verlet.cpp. And since we copied the code, we also want to do yank here, paste here, and I think I do 3. Okay, and let's go ahead and just remove the C++ code. And then we'll do the same for all the different languages. As you can see, there's a lot of, I guess you could say, grunt work to be done here. I don't know how to call it, but that's okay. How many inches is your monitor? I think 27 inches. 1 second. Let me see. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, got a tape measure. So let's see what we got. It is... let me think. So according to this, it is about... Ooh, that didn't work. Let me try this. All right, perfect. 71-ish centimeters. So that is a centimeter, right? Yes, centimeter. So let's see, 71 centimeters in inches. And we have 27. Yes, 27 exactly. Well, 27.9, but there's also like a little... Yeah, okay, 27. We'll say 27. Good. Okay, so now for the other languages. So, this should work for all the different languages. So let's go ahead and just write it. So we're going to go into make directory Java. And again, guys, it's one of those days. Where are you recording at? I am recording in my closet. Again, I've mentioned this before. The last time I streamed, the way this apartment is set up, there's like this very small room on the side that really isn't good to be used for just about anything. So it's kind of like this small closet-y area, and I basically lived here for a year or two, a year and a half, until finally I got fed up and moved into my own room. But my new roommate came in and he said, yo, it's not okay to be streaming at 5 in the morning and making so much noise. So I was like, okay, well, how about I move back into the closet, add in some soundproofing, as you can see from the amazing soundproofing, and there you go. I'm not the best at math, but I think that should be 28, not 27. You're right, it's closer to 28, but the thing is, I've got this, I don't know what to call it, but like, the screen size is 27, but then you've got the edge of the monitor, which is a little bit longer. So I think if you add the edge of the monitor together, it rounds out to about 1 inch. It's about the size of my thumb, I think. So I think that's about right. That's that's all I know. What am I going to do? CD Java. Okay. VI. Now here's the thing, guys. Never written Java code, so I'm going to say it's verlet.jar. Is that the Java? Is that it? Am I doing this right? Okay. I'm doing this right. No one said otherwise. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this here. Put it there. Scroll down a little bit more. Grab this here. Put it here. Great. Okay, Java done. And now one thing I'm going to do is just delete that line right there. So I'm going to put Java up here. Yeah, to be fair, earplugs solve pretty much all problems. So now I just need to do the same thing here. So we're going to do sample lang, yank, paste, change it. Oh, I misspelled sample. One of these days, sample lang equals Java. And then we have to grab this guy, yank, paste, and then we do .java. Dang it. Thanks, Gus Jordan. Move verlay.jar to verlay.java. Thanks, guys. I'm so sorry. You can play chess whenever you want. Yep, that's the point. That way I can just invite people in and play chess on the walls. The nice thing about these walls, actually, and I know I haven't really harped on this enough, but this wall right here, it's actually made of the same material that you use to kind of protect babies from hitting their head on the wall. So if I just happen to run at the wall really, really fast, I happen to do that for some reason. I don't think I actually cursed. If I did, I really apologize because I usually don't. But anyway, if I run as fast as I can into the wall, I'll get hurt, but not as badly as I would get hurt if those weren't there. So I think it's helpful. I think we're getting there. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and change this to Java. And change this to Java. And change this to Java. I'm going to write that, see what it looks like so far. Relay integration, and we should see... Wait. Give it a second. Yeah! I don't know why Java's all caps. That means it probably didn't... So let's see, we have C++, and I should be able to click Java. Yes, it is appropriately syntax highlighted, so I guess that's fine. The only thing I'm kind of confused about... that's it. DDP. Great. Okay, there we have Java. After you read Gusfriend's message, you said it, but it's okay. I swear I said dang it with a G. But I apologize if I did. I really do. Families don't watch your stream, believe me. That's probably true. We're only young men here. Actually, you know what? I looked at my statistics on YouTube. I don't know if I can show my statistics here, but like most of my audience is 25 to 30-year-old guys. It's like 90% guys, and of those 60% are, well, I'd say maybe 40% are older than I am. So it's kind of a weird thing, but it's fine. It is what it is. Okay, so let's remove Java. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of this now for Python. Great. So we're just going to go ahead and do yank 3 yank. Paste it down here, change this to Python. And then we have to go down here and change all of these guys, except this one I think needs to be 2 minus. Let's do 2, 2, and change this to Python. And change that to Python. And change this to Java, Py. What do we have here? Just imagine a family on Sunday evening. We're not watching Simuleo stream together. Get chips. I'm 90% sure this stream would be very hard for children to watch, just because of the programming. Are you calling your audience old people? Thank you for that mental image. Better than uploading Minecraft videos for 12-year-olds? Yeah, so, okay. I'm just gonna blanketly say some stuff here. I'm hoping you guys don't overly judge me too much, but over this weekend, I spent some time watching YouTube. I've got a friend who, they're very good at animating. They're very good at drawing. And I said that maybe they should try getting into animation because, quite frankly, they're not happy with where their job is right now and all this kind of stuff. And I thought, maybe if they made a YouTube channel and started making animation videos and all this kind of stuff, they'd maybe like doing that type of thing. And maybe they could get popular and all this kind of stuff. So I looked it up. I was looking at all the different animators on YouTube. And man, their community, and maybe I've mentioned this before, but their community is so collaborative. You as an animator, if you make an animation in a very similar method, in a very similar format to all the other animators on YouTube. They'll just pop into your videos. They'll be like, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Jesus Cartoons. Ooh, was that family friendly? Probably not. But anyway, the point is they hop back and forth and it's really cool. I'm not judgmental and try to be as open-minded as possible. Well, didn't we talk about Minecraft visualizations? Yeah, if we can manage Minecraft visualizations, sure. Let's do that. Why not? So anyway, my point was that while I was looking at this, I guess it's Python 2, I imagine? Yeah, probably. We've made a distinction between Python 2 and Python 3. So it's amazing how collaborative this community is, you know? Basically, some people who have 0 subscribers get up to 10 to 20,000 subscribers just because some top dogs in the YouTube space pop in and say, yo, this guy, I like this guy, you know, like, I don't know, they just pop in, they say their thing, then that person makes a video featuring Odd Ones Out or Jaden Animations or whoever they're featuring, and then they get thousands upon thousands of views. And I'm not saying that I'm jealous of their views, because quite frankly, we live in completely different worlds in terms of viewer count and stuff, but I am jealous of that collaboration, you know? I don't really have anyone on YouTube that I can think of immediately that I could just say, yo, I want to work with you on an algorithm, or I want to work on you on something computer science related. I mean, there's a few people I really like watching. 3 Blue 1 Brown has some very good animations, although his videos are a little bit long and I have trouble sitting down and watching the whole thing. Biscuit has some amazing videos. I don't know why, but every single time I watch Biscuit's videos, I get pretty happy. It's just good to watch. I enjoy those videos. There's a few other people out there, but I haven't found a good, I don't know, most of the channels that I find that I want to collaborate with aren't computer science channels. They're like general education channels or something like this. In fact, we have this We Create EDU community, which is very good. I very much enjoy the community, but it's hard to collaborate with people because I have no idea. I have no idea what we could do that both myself and like an archaeologist, for example, what we could do together. And it seems that almost every other group, every other person there has at least one other person in their area, you know, but there isn't anyone else doing anything related to computer science or that kind of stuff, or math or any of that, which I find rather weird. I don't know, at least for me, it seems odd. So we're going to CD into Python 2. Sorry, I'm just rambling. My smartphone, there we go, keyboard is too small. That's okay, don't worry about it. We're going to vi verlet.py. There we go. And we have to change this to Python 2. And now let's just go ahead and put in the Python code. Scroll down here. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing down here, verlet. Yep, okay. Open this. Def main, I think that's it. There might be some more down here. Ah, there's a little bit more. Ah, crap, I just did something way wrong. Okay. Shoot. I'm just gonna have to, just go up to the top, DG, and to realize I did something super wrong here. Because this guy has code that's over 80 columns, I have to be kind of careful about how I copy it. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, so let's grab all this guy here. And let's go ahead and put it here. Put an extra line. Pop over here, grab this guy. Oh, where did I stop? Self.tt. Oh no, which part did I stop on? Class Verlet. There we go. So class Stormer Verlet is what I need. Great, okay. That should work. Write that. Pop over here. There we go. Okay, and that should work. Oh good, I thought you meant... Wait, what? I thought you meant God? Interesting. I really thought you meant God. Haha. Wait, what? What are we talking about? My toy project is called Slang. LOL. Non-sensation, what does it do? Oh yeah, good. That's exactly what I was gonna ask. So let's see, we should do main simulation. What? King Frederick. Yep. 1 second. Class velocity relay. Stormer relay, velocity relay, def main. Oh, I didn't grab all of it. That's what I didn't do. My bad. So sim run, pop down here, paste that. Great, okay, done. Oh yeah, fair enough. And let's go up here and let's go and remove those lines. Again, it's one of those days, guys, you know, like, it's still fun, it's still enjoyable, it's just a little bit more monotonous than the videos where I'm going through different algorithms and stuff. Let's go up here. Yes, that looks good to me. Right. Great, so now the next one is Haskell. Cannot wait. Yank through yank. And by the way, I have to say this, and I know I've said this a lot, the fact that we have so many different languages for the Algorithm Archive so far. Like, if you look at the number of videos we have out on the Algorithm Archive, it's very small. But the number of languages that we have submitted is much higher than expected, which is kind of why we had to take a step back and we had to find a way to better write code for the archive. I just want to say it's rather amazing how much support you guys have given this project so far, and I'm very happy with it. If you could do a copy paste the stuff, I can do that as well. Yeah, but that's okay. I think it's okay just to take some time and do this. Because quite frankly, next weekend, the video I'm going to make is on convolutions. It's already set, it's already made. I just have to like film a couple extra things. Fine, fair enough. That one's going to be pretty easy. Now that we have the visualization done for that. And then the next algorithm's not set. So I figured at least one day, let's just take some time and, I don't know, just hang out, do some basic stuff. Nothing complicated. And I'm pretty excited about that. You know, I don't know, okay, so I was thinking about this the other day. I think about this literally every time I make a YouTube video, or every time I stream, or every time I write for the Algorithm Archive. And I mentioned this in today's video, because again, it's just an update. It's kind of like, thanks for the 10,000 subscribers, here's a new way to submit code, all this kind of stuff. But every time I interact with this community, it's one of those things that I'm very appreciative of. I very much like the fact that we have a community filled with people who just love programming, who love working with people about programming, love teaching programming, learning programming. I mean, it's such a good community. It's literally influenced every aspect of my life, to the point that, you know, when I went to this innovation conference the other day, I couldn't quit talking about you guys. You know, because I think of what sets me apart from literally any other YouTuber out there. It's the fact that I have a community here, and anytime I have questions, anytime I need help, literally I just pick an algorithm that's close to my area, and then I'm like, okay, we're gonna learn this algorithm. I learned the algorithm, and there you go. We've learned so much, or I've learned so much, and then it's immediately applicable into my research area. And that to me is amazing. It's amazing that more scientists don't have communities like this, because it seems, at least to me, that if you're going to make it as a scientist, you know, you should be able to learn a lot of things from a large group of different people. And I don't know, I just wanted to say that you guys are really good. I really appreciate all the interactions I have. And so in the future, you know, I keep thinking about these different career paths that I could do. And basically I've got these two paths. You know, I could go the traditional academic route, or I could go some non-traditional route, which we can talk about in a bit. But for the traditional academic route, after I finish my PhD in about a year, maybe a year and a half, I need to then apply for postdocs. After applying for postdocs, which are postdoctoral researchers, basically you get your doctorate, you research for a few years before becoming a professor somewhere. That's exactly what I would do. I would do a postdoc or two, and then I'd become a professor somewhere. As a professor, I would, you know, write research papers, write grant proposals, teach courses, this type of thing. But I don't know. I even in that world where I'm a professor and I'm working all the time, I feel like I need some sort of community. I need you guys there, because I just can't imagine I can't imagine what it would be like not to have a group of people I could just constantly talk about things that I like, things I appreciate. It's different because when I go to OIST, when I talk about people at OIST, or when I talk to people at OIST, the conversation's different. We can't really go so deep into things that I actually care about talking about. But here it's different. Here I feel like I can just talk about anything, and it's fun, it's enjoyable. I want to be taught physics by Professor James. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. If I went that route, yeah, I could do lectures. And the thing is, professors write books, right? So writing the algorithm archive while being a professor somewhere isn't a bad idea. And I've mentioned this before that, hey, if I became a professor, I could apply for grants and I could channel that grant funding back into research that we could do as a community, and I think that'd be really cool. But I don't know, I don't know. So I don't know exactly if that's the best way to go about things. I do know that for the time being, that's kind of my best bet. Where can I pre-order your book? It's going to be a while before the book comes out. Just being honest there. We're so far off that I just don't think we can... I mean, maybe like a year and a half from now or something. What I want to do is I want in this next year and a half to really start, ramping up production of the algorithm archive, really start putting out more YouTube videos, really start working on that type of stuff so that by the time I graduate in 2019 or whatever, the community that we have just kind of runs itself in a way, so that no matter what job I do, we can go on and we can figure it out. You know this YouTube channel? Simon, oh yeah, I think I definitely know the name. I don't remember the guy's face right now. Yes, this guy. This guy wanted to do live streaming of educational content a while ago. And I thought I would send him a message and say, yo, I do live streaming of educational content. I also am in the middle of a PhD. I know you just finished your PhD, this type of thing. I didn't get a response. So, if, I don't know, he wanted to do some live streaming, I was going to give him some tips, but if he's not interested, he's not interested. Let me get some water real quick. Okay, and then we'll keep going. Alright, on to Haskell. VI Relay.hs. Open it up. Oh, that's a short file. There we go. Grab this, paste it over here. Okay, there we go. Then we just put Haskell up here and on to the next language. Sampling equals, oops, this needs to be Python. Python. And then this guy. Chotto matte. No, this one needs to be Python. I'm sorry. Python, and this one needs to be Haskell. Okay, we'll pop down here, change this to Haskell. And pop down here, change this to Haskell. And change this to Haskell. And change it to Haskell. Write that. Remove this. Okay, on to the next language. Whoop whoop. And Scratch. Of course it's Scratch. So yank3 yank, paste it down here, change this to Scratch. Change this to Scratch. And grab this guy. Paste it up here. Paste it here. DD, and I guess I want to just put submitted by G here. Paste. There we go. And remove this guy. Oh, also probably link. And paste. Great. That is Vim. That's VI. Close enough. Okay. So on to the next language. MATLAB. Great. Gotta love MATLAB. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop this up here. Bam. MATLAB. $, MATLAB. Then we want to go over here, change the language to MATLAB. Over here, I think it's .m, if I remember correctly, and change this to MATLAB. I think that's about right. Oh. Simple language equals Scratch. Oh, I see, I grabbed the wrong line. DD here, and I want to do yank here, and paste it there. MATLAB here, change this to MATLAB. Okay, then we do language MATLAB, code MATLAB relay.m, and let's go ahead and go over here. Oops, sorry about that. And let's do make directory MATLAB. CD MATLAB. Yeah, so, yeah, too much future for him. That's totally true. Relay.m. I meant to type in vi relay.m. There we go. Getting there one of these days. What do we have? Submitted by P. McHale. And I need to do X label here. That was incorrect. So this is going to change to sub. Okay. And let's pop down a little bit. Great, that was it. And CD back. Okay, almost done. A few more languages to go. The reason I wanted to do this on stream was twofold, right? So one, I just wanted to kind of hang out. I didn't really have so much planned for the day. And two, this takes a while. I didn't realize how long it was taking until one of those, until I actually took the time to do it. It takes a long time. Lab view. Change this to lab view. And I just can't believe people actually submitted this in LabVIEW. It's the silliest thing. So DD P DD P, and let's see, what do we have here? This should be removed, and let's see, we have it removed up there too. Great. Okay, now for C. The parameters to change comment block is a good idea. Parameters to change. Oh yeah, for the MATLAB code. So now we're going to do, let's see. Oh, I need to make directory Scratch and make directory LabVIEW. Okay, so now what I want to do is cd Scratch, and I want to move. Let's see, there should be an image for Scratch. Oh, I think I just had a link for Scratch. Okay, so how about we leave Scratch as it is, LabVIEW, and let's move. It should be relay. Oh. Where is it? PWD. LS. Relay.md. Oh, I see. It's 3 directories back. Okay, so let's move. And relay. Do I need Scratch? That's the question. I think I just left a link for Scratch. No, I still have the image. Okay. I want to move that here. And then cd Scratch. And then move Relay Scratch here. Great. Okay, so now we have to change these guys appropriately. So it should be code. 1 second. Code Scratch. There. Okay, then code MATLAB, and then down here it needs to be code LabVIEW. Almost there, guys. I think we have one more language left to go. So let's make directory C. I think this is the last language, but there might be one more. But that's okay. CDC. CDC. Okay, now we're going to go vi relay.c. And I'm going to put this one just under C++, just because why not keep all the C languages close to each other. So yank through yank. Paste there. And we're going to change this to C. Change this to C. CCPP, that is correct. C relay.c. Great. Now let's pop down here. And let's grab that code. So I correct 2 functions down. And 2 more functions. Oh, JavaScript. Of course, there's JavaScript. Because JavaScript's amazing. Pop it down here. Great. Write that. And now we can remove the C. Let me pop up here just to make sure I did it correctly. Yep, and this needs to be import 2 minus. There we go. And remove C down here. Okay, then JavaScript. And let's see how much longer there is, how many more languages there are. I don't think there's too many more. I think... I'm going to guess JavaScript is the last one. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, cd backup directory. And let's go into make directory JavaScript. cd JavaScript. Okay, so in here, vi... What is the end? Is it .html? I'm going to say relay.html. One second. Extension of JavaScript. I want to say... Oh, JS, probably. Yep, that's about right. Relay.js. There we go. 1 second, put it in there, and... Great. Okay. I think Buttercake submitted this one? I'm not sure. Thanks. And here. Great. Maybe sometime you could tell us the story of why you decided to major in physics and how your liking in physics developed to come into existence. Yeah, I'll do that directly after finishing this file. That sounds like a good discussion. But it has to be written in an HTML file, so that has to be .html. Okay, that's it. That's JavaScript. So then we just do DG here, and we add JavaScript up here. So we want to do last one here, so let's do yank3 yank. Paste. Sample language equals JavaScript. And go down here, change that to JavaScript. And over here, we're going to change that to HTML. And this to JavaScript. And .js. Write that, and let's see what it looks like. Hopefully it worked. Give it a second. And there we have it. Look at all these languages, guys. So we scroll down, and I think all of these guys should work. So we have Java, great. C++ and C have no syntax highlighting, that'll be fixed. Java, Python, yep, Python should probably be, 1 second. Let's do cd python 2 vi relay.py, just remove a space there. Haskell, yep, Scratch, yep, MATLAB, okay, LabVIEW, yep, JavaScript. Oh, JavaScript didn't work. Why didn't JavaScript work? Let me just try writing this one more time. Once again, C JavaScript, ls, relay.js, JavaScript. It looks like it should be correct. So here we have JavaScript is working now. Great. Okay. What do we have here? And replace the document.write calls with console.log. Wait, what? So people can actually run it? Okay, let me see. That would be in the JavaScript file, I guess. vi cd JavaScript. Oh. vi relay. And you wanted to do G. Oh, okay, so console.log. 1 second, Gustorn. What do we have? Document write console.log. Okay, so DT here. Oh, DT here. And we're just gonna add console.log. There we go. That should be it, I hope. Let me know if I did it wrong. You should delete the HTML tags around it and replace document.write calls with console.log. Oh, I see, I see. I didn't realize I had to delete the HTML tags. Okay, G, Okay, how's that? I'm so sorry. Somehow I missed the tags? Wait, I'm missing... Okay, there we go. Let me know if this is okay. Let me see, what do I have? Let me get through chat real quick. He's implementing multiple languages and code directories that you can see at the top and the directory. Yeah, JSPP actually provided this, so that's quite good. Nerd Vampire, how's everything going? Remove the tags. I'm so sorry, guys. I totally missed that. Not bad, not great either. My life is pretty meh. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that your life gets better. Let's see. Okay, so let me see. The BR. Okay, we will remove the BR. D here. Oh, shoot. That was not what I meant to do. DT. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Is this okay? The tags are HTML and script is JavaScript. So, yeah, okay, fair enough. Tommy Tuto, it's been eons since I've been here. Glad to see you are still doing what I think is super confusing math stuff. Yeah, so Tommy Tutos, you came like years ago. It's been forever since I've seen you on this stream. But, yeah, so we still do math stuff, but now we're kind of also in the process of writing a book. We're somewhere in the middle of a bunch of different things. So, okay. Okay. Rank quit. CD dot. Okay, so now, if I'm just going to rewrite this code just so it re-renders it, and we should be good to go. Now, one thing I have to point out. I don't stop by as much as my brain could probably benefit from. I never really know what James does, but always nice to be here. Well, hey, glad you like to be here. Maxwell's Demon was the thing I stumbled on to at the time. Holy crap, that was the first thing I think I ever did on this channel. That was 2.5 years ago? I want to say it was a long time ago. Jeez. Back in the day. Yeah, I've been progressively getting better at programming since then. I mean, that was... Tommy Tutos, actually, I think... So, a long time ago, I used to get notifications, I still get notifications of all the people who have ever followed my channel. Have I ever heard of Blind Coke? No, I have not. Hey, Slayer Darth. So, let me think. What was I going to say? Yeah. I got these follower notifications from all the people on my channel, and every once in a while I'll just go back through all the follower notifications. And, like, I remember literally everyone. Like, well, not everyone, but most people. I'm like, I remember that, I remember that, I remember these people. It's different. This is the difference between YouTube and Twitch. Twitch, I feel like I know everyone. I feel like it's a good community. YouTube, yeah, there's a community there, but it's not as strong as with Twitch. And I don't know, that's why I like Twitch. It's nice. I'm just here to listen to James talk about technical stuff and his opinions on outlook on life. It's Coke without ice. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know why you would just call it Blind Coke all of a sudden. I'm gonna get some water and then I'll answer your question that you said earlier about TT Designator. And then I'll go ahead and commit this so that we have the Relay chapter done. Okay. So, TT Designator, you asked a little while ago about like something about why I decided to do physics, but quite frankly, thanks. I like this shirt. Just got it for Christmas. I'm gonna be totally and completely honest. I don't buy my own clothes. Like, my parents have bought literally everything I've ever worn. It must be because Twitch has chat and YouTube only comment section. You know, chats are in real time. Comment sections are way more impersonal. That's true. Let's answer this first before going to what TT Designator said a second ago. But there's something about the direct interaction with this community that I really like. And it's something that I've mentioned before, but for me, I very much more enjoy, I think that's correct English, I very much enjoy Twitch more than YouTube in terms of making content for Twitch. Although my YouTube channel is definitely more popular, that doesn't really matter. The point is, Twitch is kind of what I enjoy more, you know? And I think that's okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one with regards to parents and clothes. You missed the day Leos became a bro wearing NYC hoodie? Yeah, my grandparents bought me that one. Okay, so what was I going to say? I was going to say, TT Designator, you mentioned a while ago, you asked why I majored in physics. And the answer may surprise you. No, it's actually rather straightforward. I wanted to be an author for the longest time. I used to write all the time. You know, I just kept writing more and more and more and more. That's all I did. When I was younger, that's what I did. When I entered university, obviously I wanted to be an author. So I did what any, person who strives to be an author does, and I became an electrical engineering major. Because at the time I realized that you don't really need a degree to become a writer, but you do need a degree to become an engineer, or to become a doctor, or to become anyone successful in life. And I knew that no matter what I did, it would be hard to get money off of writing. So I kept writing on the side, and I kind of did electrical engineering. But then I took the intro to engineering course, and I realized I didn't like engineering. There was something about it that just seemed too consumerist. It felt too, how do I put this? It felt like as an engineer, you're building a product to sell. You're building a product for a market. You're not making something fundamental, You're innovating on ideas that have already existed. And I remember sitting down in this class, and they were talking about all these cool advancements in technology, how you can bend screens, and how you can, do all this neat stuff with virtual reality and all this kind of stuff. And they were trying to get people excited. They were trying to get people into the engineering program. But it was just so off-putting to me, because for me, I just wanted to learn. Yeah, it's too applied. That's exactly it. I just wanted to learn, methods. I wanted to learn algorithms. I wanted to learn physics. I wanted to learn, something fundamentally. It's something deeper, And I don't really know the best way to describe this, but I just remember I did not appreciate the time I spent as an electrical engineer. It was only a semester or so. However, the second semester I took a physics course. And there was a direct change in the way I thought about things, because once I took that physics course, sure, it was, engineering physics 2 or whatever, because I skipped out of engineering physics 1. And I remember sitting there, and I remember learning about Maxwell's equations. I remember learning about all this stuff, and I thought, man, this is how you should approach a problem, from a deep, fundamental level. And so then I signed up to be a physics major, I mean, the thing was, at the time I knew basics of coding and stuff like that, but it wasn't until I started doing research that I realized that feeling of writing, if you mix the feeling of writing, that I really, really like, that creativity you have with writing, with the problem-solving aspect of physics that I really liked, you get programming. You get some sort of research-based programming. And that's exactly what I wanted to do after that point. And so that was why, after I started to do research junior year in university, I realized that is what I want to do. I just want to research. I want to write research code. That's what I wanted to do. And so since then, I've been trying to get better and better at that kind of thing. So let me go ahead and get up to chat. You forget that YouTube offers live streams now? It does. Now, one thing about live streams on YouTube is that the community isn't quite there on YouTube. It is there on Twitch. It's more gooder to directly interact with people, yeah. It was Fled from Nowhere that asked. Oh, I apologize for that. Fled from Nowhere, thanks for asking. I see. It's still primarily a video platform. Twitch is the only streaming platform. Here's the origin story again. One day James was sitting under a tree, thinking about the qualities of life, and then a refrigerator fell on his head. Yep, that's it. I just don't really like YouTube streams as much. It's too applied, yeah. You're a true scientist. You're the very incarnation of scientific spirit. You do know that you can use your electrical engineering education, your physics knowledge, and your programming to become a villain. Yeah, so I've tried that before. The problem is I just feel bad. Like every time I try to do something, evil. There was one time though, there was like 100 yen coin, which is about $1, that was just sitting on the road. And I thought, I could probably take this money. No one would bat an eye. I mean, who knows whose money that is? I could just take it. And I psyched myself up to take this 100 yen coin. And so I reach down, I pick it up, I look at it, and then I put it back down and walk away. I don't know why. I couldn't take it. There was something fundamentally wrong with that. Oh, there was another time. I was walking through OIST. Haha, my university. You're gonna love this story. And I saw a piece of garbage on the ground, and I didn't pick it up. Look at me, getting super evil. If you've ever seen those evil villain shows, or those shows on I don't know, Disney Channel or something like that, where the evil villain has some super mundane plot to take over the tri-state area. It's like they say, we're gonna remove all the trees so that when the city's no longer environmentally green, which means we're gonna lose tax benefits, which will mean people will get really, really, really sad, and they're gonna look for a new mayor. It's like this super convoluted plan based off of like the silliest change to the way that they live life and stuff. If waited 10 minutes, nobody stopped or asked. I was a few years ago out with my parents, and I just walked by 20 euros or so. My parents got it then. Wait, they picked up the 20 euros? I mean, fine. This is like one of those classic experiments, you know, like those classic, questions. If you see money on the side of the road, do you stop to pick it up and take it with you, or do you leave it there? You know? On the one hand, I understand both arguments. You know, what is the morally correct thing to do? On the one hand, sure, you should take the money because you could use the money and you don't know who's going to take the money, you know? And it's not like the person who left the money is going to ever come back for it. I don't know. I just want to wrap you in a blanket and keep you safe from the world before something corrupts you. I feel like... Okay. I don't know, I just... One of these days I'll be super mean. To be fair, I get angry at certain things. There are certain things that just make me really, really angry. I got angry the other day when I found out that there was garbage in my car. I'm like, guys, come on. It's my car. I let you guys ride in my car, and you guys leave bottles of empty soda? You know, what are you doing? I'm helping you out, and you're literally making me work harder. I don't know. I thought it was kind of mean. I got a little angry at that. I also get genuinely frustrated anytime anyone mentions MATLAB. I don't know why, but just the thought of MATLAB being used by engineers everywhere just drives me nuts. I don't know any other way to say it, but the moment I see MATLAB code in research, I just get really, really angry. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. I don't, because... Oh yeah, fair enough. Those two objects are needed to be there in order for the pressure in the area to be at the correct level for the electrical currents to ensure the world does not fall apart. And it's all thanks to your actions that the planet has not imploded. Thanks, man. He has headbanging protection at least? Yep. That's completely rude, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's just me, but I really don't like, littering. I don't even know why I don't like littering. I think I don't really care that much about the environment. I mean, I do. I obviously do. But on the other hand, I think the reason I don't like littering is because I know littering is wrong. And if you litter, it kind of shows that you're not a morally upright person, and it's something that I don't want to deal with because I've associated littering with things that only like criminals do, And so it's not so much that I don't like littering. It's that I don't like the idea of people just disrespecting the world around them so much that they use it literally as a garbage can. What does that say about, their interactions with me? If they treat the world around them as a garbage can, I mean, surely they wouldn't care about me at all because I'm part of the world around them, I don't know. It's a weird argument, I know, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and also work on the FFT chapter since we're at it. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and add this together. So let's go ahead and cd back a directory. ls, cd back one more directory, ls, great. And now I want to just do git add dot get status. And we should have everything correct. The summary.md needs to be changed. Quit. Let's take a look at, I think that's it. Yes. VI summary MD, great. So let's do git add summary. And the last thing, let me check git diff book.json. Okay, just an empty line. I always thought about why I get so bothered by littering. Yeah, I get bothered by a lot of weird things, Like, and I know everyone does. Like, there's always some weird quirk. Like, I know, it's somewhere in here, I know why I don't like MATLAB. And it's not that I don't like the people who use MATLAB, because clearly people who use MATLAB, their primary problem isn't programming. Their primary problem is like some engineering or physics problem. So who cares about what language they use, so long as they can very easily write the code and get their job done, So for these people, I totally understand why you would use MATLAB. It's so wrong. Like, everything about MATLAB just feels wrong to me, you know? Like, the fact that it's a proprietary language, the fact that you have to use it in the REPL, the fact that, you know, if you want to write a function, it has to be in its own file, the fact that classes and structs and all this kind of stuff, they're slow, the fact that you're not supposed to use for loops, the fact that you just ignore literally all basic programming principles. Like, in order to use MATLAB, you have to learn MATLAB. And in this way, it's predatory, you know? It feels like they are actively discouraging people from using any other language, and it feels wrong. It feels like, surely, you as a language designer would realize that what you're doing is predatory, you know? You're making people dependent on your language, so they have to buy it, so they have to purchase it. Surely you'll realize that this is, I don't know, it feels like, I guess that's the reason I don't like MATLAB. It feels like, when you write MATLAB code, it feels like, it doesn't feel like you're programming. It feels like you're using a product. And this product is part of, you know, the market economy. It feels like they're selling you a toy. Functions have their own file. Yes, that's true. Ridic 101, MATLAB is not the only one whose array indices start at 1. I think Fortran and Julia, for example, are examples of ones that start with 1. I did not know that these things about MATLAB. I was at a don't know, don't care state, while now I can safely say that I will never touch it. Yeah, I'm not trying to discourage you from using MATLAB. Obviously, MATLAB, it's a language that people use, and they use it for good reason. It's just, it just frustrates me. You know, oh, here's another thing that's super frustrating about MATLAB. This symbol, the tilde symbol, that's their not symbol. It's not the exclamation mark, it's the tilde. Not this. It's just, I don't know. I know it's I mean, it's just when you compare MATLAB to Julia, Julia is faster in almost everything. And granted, there are problems with Julia, don't get me wrong, but Julia was like a language for this purpose done correctly, and it feels so good. You know, it feels like this is what a simple language that does this type of programming should look like. And then MATLAB just, it's hard. You have to use, like, everything is in its own MATLAB function. So if you're gonna use MATLAB, you have to learn MATLAB, and it's, I don't like it. You should rant more. It's nice to see someone passionate and knowledgeable about this stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But this is literally just me hating on MATLAB. That's it. I was thinking about making a video at some point about how much I hated MATLAB. And here's what I wanted to do. Yes, it's exactly that. MATLAB limits what I'm able to do. It makes it feel like, okay, it's not that it limits what I can do. I can do everything I want to do in MATLAB. That's totally true. It's just the way I have to do it is fundamentally different than how I would naturally attack a problem, you know? I can't just run Python. So if I run Python file.py, it runs file.py, right? If I run MATLAB, let's say file.m for the MATLAB file, it doesn't run that file. It will open this, essentially. It will open this, the REPL for MATLAB. And then you sit there and you're like, I just wanted to run the code, man. I didn't need to take literally 5 minutes for you to open up this REPL that I don't want to use, especially not in your random IDE, you know? So then you run this. You run Control D, MATLAB, no desktop, no splash. And this removes the splash screen when MATLAB's starting, and it removes the desktop environment. So now you finally don't have to open up the messy IDE that MATLAB has. There you go, done. And then, but at the same time, you can't, you can't, I don't know. I'm sorry, I get angry. The only time I've legitimately gotten angry in research is when someone asks me to use MATLAB for a project. It's like, I'm sitting here, I'm using CUDA, I'm using GPU computing, I'm doing a fundamentally different project. You know, I'm working on, you know, massively parallel algorithms to solve superfluid physics, you know? That's what I do. And then when someone comes up and they're like, use MATLAB, I'm like, no, MATLAB can't do what I do. More than that, if I wanted to create a function for people to use later, MATLAB's not the solution to that. I mean, I could use Python, I could use Julia, I could use freaking Whitespace probably, but I can't use MATLAB. because MATLAB doesn't have the ability to run code as a script, you know? MATLAB is James's equivalent is Pepsi, okay. Yeah, that's true. MATLAB is more convoluted than Julia? Yeah, by far, man. Like, Julia, at least if you're used to programming, you can read Julia code very easily. You know, if you're used to math, you can't read MATLAB code. If you're used to programming, you can't read MATLAB code. It's just ugly. It's hard to read. It's not intuitive. If someone starts using MATLAB as their first language, I believe they'll hate everything coding related. I honestly think that's true too. I mean, it feels... I know so many people at OIST who just don't like programming, who don't like coding, who don't like any of this kind of stuff. And when I say I do programming in my free time, they're like, oh man, I'm sorry. And I'm like, no, this is fun. This is enjoyable. It's great. It's what I like doing, you know? Oh, I'd love to see someone publish their PhD in whitespace because they refused to use MATLAB. Oh, that'd be wonderful. Because the code would be completely unreadable in text. Like, if you print out whitespace code, it's whitespace, right? So, like, there's no way you can actually read the text that you just printed out. That's actually quite good. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Anyway, we should get something else done. I apologize. Every single day I tend to rant about something nowadays. CD back, CD computational, mathematics, ls, CD, FFT. I think this is when we started implementing the code directory. So let me see. What do we have here? ls code. Yep, okay, this is when we started doing it. So let's go ahead and do CD code. And let's do, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and do make directory C. CPP, Haskell, Julia, Pi. Oh, make directory Python. I think it's Python 2. Remove directory Pi. Okay. Isn't there a programming language that only uses tabs and spaces? That's what whitespace is called. Here, let me look it up. That's actually what whitespace is. It's the programming language that uses only tabs and spaces. Right here. So there are the tabs and spaces. There's even language that uses emojing. I think I was submitting it to the Arcane Algorithm Archive at some point. Yeah, do it. I mean, I know it's weird to say, but yeah, that's what it's called. Look, the Algorithm Archive is one of those things. It's one of those things that I really appreciate. I don't know why, but when I say that I'm the author of the Algorithm Archive, you know, or an author of the Algorithm Archive, like, I get happy about that. I feel like, yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this. It's a book on literally every algorithm in existence, using every language possible. It's an impossible goal. I know that. You know that. But there's no reason not to go for it, you know? And I think that's amazing. I like these impossible goals. I like these things that you slowly chip away at over time. I like these things that are just impossible, you know? And to say you're doing the impossible, it's true. Sure. We're not finishing it. We're not getting to the end, but we're doing something. And I think that's really cool. Tommy Two Toes. Yeah. Those are some good languages too. Ook. Ook is great. I love Ook. Is it actually called Ook? Let me see. I've clearly looked it up before. Yeah, it's actually called Ook. Okay, let's get the FFT stuff done. So what are we gonna do? We have all the directories done, so let's just go ahead and move fft.c into C. And move fft.cpp into C++. And move fft.hs into Haskell. And then move... I called it HS this time. Great. I'm so great at consistent naming. Move fft.jl into Julia. And finally move fft.py into Python 2. There we go. ls Python 2 to make sure I did that command correctly. Great. Everything is there. So let's go ahead and cd back. Wait, Simuleos, have you been to Okinawa lately? Yeah, I have. Speaking of which, let me just Nah, it's too dark outside. So now that I'm back in the closet, I actually have a good view of the ocean, but I can't do anything about that. It's just too dark outside. It's 6:20 in the morning and it's just like pitch black outside, so there's no way you could actually see anything. So let's go ahead and go into VI, coolituki.md. Let me take a quick look at what we have. LS. Oh, there's one thing I need to do. I apologize for the sneeze there. Oh yeah, I forgot to start Nightbot this time. I apologize for that. Yeah, I live in Okinawa. So Okinawa. Anyway, it was good. It was good. CD. What am I gonna do? CD into. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for. Man, what am I looking for here? Oh, chapters, computational mathematics, FFT, and let's go into VI coolituki.md, and also let's go into VI computational physics, and what am I looking for? Relay.md, and I'm just gonna have to add this in there. So let me see, what code snippets do we actually have? Looks like we have, I think, just the end code snippet. Oh no, we have more than just the end code snippet. Ooh, okay. So this one's gonna take some time. Let's go ahead and add in the end code snippet first. And then we'll add in the... Yep, okay, this is gonna take some time. Okay, so let's go ahead and add in this in there, and then we'll go from there. I just forgot the command. Oh yeah, I guess you're right, Nightbot's probably there. Okay, so now we just have to add all the languages in, and I have to add some pseudocode, which is basically similar to the Julia code. So if I grab... it's gonna take some time. Let me go ahead and get some water, and let's get started on this. So, because this is one of those chapters that have multiple code snippets, so we're gonna have to go there. Nerdy vampire. In 4 years, James will meet up with Elon Musk at a convention. They'll hit it off so well that Elon will invite James out for dinner. During the evening, their thinking becomes rather radical, and they come to a realization that James must become Iron Man. I don't think I'd make a good Iron Man. I'm not, I guess, snappy enough for that. But I imagine someone would be. I could probably just give someone an Iron Man outfit. Why not? Sounds like fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and add in these here. What I want to do is pop this over here. This is going to take some time. There's actually a lot to do here, so I might have to take tomorrow to do this too. Sorry about that, guys. I know that this isn't the engaging algorithmic topics that you guys followed for, but hey, it's stuff that needs to get done, and I think it's good to do it together, you know? So let's pop down here, and let's go through it. So we need sampling. What do we have here? Sample. That's not how you spell sample. Let's do it. Sample lang equals Julia. Great. And then we just have to end that here. There, and then we just pop down here. Julia. And then we just have to grab this guy, the import method. There. And here we need to do, what's it called? FFT.cp. ls code, Julia, FFT.jl. FFT.jl. FFT, 1 second. Code, Julia, FFT.jl. That's probably correct. Yeah, let's go with that. But Musk is Iron Man? Nerdy Vampire, you forgot the part where James and Elon Musk have a flamethrower battle? Come on. Come on, I wouldn't be that destructive. I mean, maybe... Nah, flamethrowers are very destructive, come on. Leos is even going to the gym as a physicist and coder. Do you accept contributions? Yeah, of course, TD Designator, I definitely do. That's kind of the whole point. Flamethrower, I imagine a phaser battle. I thought they fall in love. I don't know what you guys are saying anymore. Like, I don't want this to be some sort of fanfic. Are you implying that it would be a romantic comedy? I wouldn't presume. I don't know Jane's sexuality or Elon's for that sake. Yeah, that's fair enough. As far as the submissions are concerned, TT Designator, yeah, if you have a, if you want to write code for any of the algorithms we have so far, feel free to do that. If you want to write a chapter, that is to say you want to write, like maybe a new algorithm into the archive, you can do so, but you need to ask me first. Just like, let me know what you want to write so that we don't conflict and that it's okay. I just wanted to make sure, because I'm going to have to revise the chapter and stuff like that to make sure it flows with the rest of the book. So that's kind of the way it works. Right now, I'm the only author, and then we have a whole bunch of contributors who are contributing code. So that's what we have there. So I guess what I want to do here is change this to Julia. That's not how you spell Julia. There we go. Okay. So now we have to do the same for all languages. So let me just do a quick ls code. And let's do it. So now we have a couple other languages. So yank, 3 yank, paste. So we have C, C++, Haskell, Python 2, and Scratch. So we want Julia is here. So the next language will be, let's do C. And we're going to pop down here, change this to a quick C. Change this to C. Oh, you guys know what I was trying to say. C. Change this to C++. Go down here, change this to C++. Go down here, change this to CCCP. Ah, dagnabbit. Ah, whatever. You win a few, you lose. I can't talk. I'm very sorry. You win a few, you lose a lot. That's what I was trying to say. Let's do something. C++. The next one's gonna be Haskell. Down here, Haskell. Pop this over here. Change that to Haskell. And change this to Haskell, which I think I just called HS in this one because I am very good at keeping consistent. And then the last one's going to be Python 2. Pop down here, change this to Python, except capital P. Change this to Python. And change this to Python 2, FFT of a high. FFT.py. And the last one's going to be Scratch. And change this to Scratch. Okay, so this should work. We just have to remove all of these functions down here. So I'm just going to do it line by line. And let's see what we got. Oh man, this is such a cool thing. I mean, it takes a long time for people to write this type of code because this type of code just takes forever, you know? So let's go ahead and grab this line here. Yank. Paste. There we go. DD here. That's what I needed. So now DG should be good to go. Write that and let's see what it looks like. No syntax highlighting. This is what I wanted. We should have FFT here. Give it just a second. Haha, look at that. Oh, it's so good. But that's not the right one. Let me do FFT. Makes it 4. Yeah, it's great. Okay. So we pop down here. Let's just make sure all the languages work. Julia, C, C++. Dang it. File not found. Haskell. Python. Scratch. Yes, good. Okay, so the last thing I need to do is fix the CPP one. So let me think. ls code. I think it's because I probably called it something else. Yeah, I called it CPP. This was actually C++. R++. Great, write that. And let's see what we got. So what did I miss? Yames? Wait, I missed a lot apparently. So back to MATLAB rant. Can I make an algorithm that confuses people? Its only purpose is to confuse. Sure. Let me see. Simulos, okie dokie. I just need to read a normal algorithm for that. Yames. That isn't difficult. FizzBuzz confuses 99% of the population, which I don't understand. Maybe that's maybe move the not Julia to the Julia block. Wait, what do you mean? JSPP? I misunderstood. maybe move the not Julia to the Julia block. Oh, I see. Yeah. Fizzbuzz. I have a very, very ambitious Zork clone game in the works, where I intend to use neural networks to find out what the interests of the player are and generate the map based on that. I remember playing a similar game in 5th grade class. Collecting knowledge for humanity. It must be so exciting and rewarding. Someday I may too be undertaking a PhD. Well, okay, let me just, that's where I was calling your name to fix the typo. Ha, fair enough. Okay, as far as research is concerned, research is good. I enjoy research. I enjoy the thought of research. I like the fact that, you know, you're on the boundary of human knowledge, pushing it forward ever so slightly. This is a really cool idea and thought. That said, research can get very mind-numbing. It can get very difficult. It can get very, you don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. It's not, I don't know. It's not so straightforward. On the other hand, it's not so bad either, because even though you don't really know exactly what's going to work, what projects will work the best and stuff like that, you do have an idea based on the literature. And for the most part, if you read enough papers, you'll understand research enough that it's, everything becomes doable. And that's kind of my current opinion. I think when it comes to research, just read a lot of papers, and then you'll be able to do similar research, assuming that you have the funding for the research. That's my opinion on it. Okay, so let's pop up here, and let's go ahead and change these languages up. So what do I need to do? I need to... Yeah, okay, so let's go into the appropriate file here. Okay, so I think I can get away without using any pseudocode for this. So let's see, what do we have here? Length function DFT. Yeah, I should be able to get away. Isn't that the point of researching something? Does it make your head hurt from all the mental gymnastics? No. The truth is, I don't know. I really like researching. It's fun. It's one of those jobs that I think people would consider a dream job, you know, because you spend all of your time thinking and trying to figure out ways to improve, you know, the basics, improve, I don't know, what people understand, what people know. And that's really cool in some way. It's very difficult to tie down the scope and knowing whether or not you have taken a step too far out. Yeah, that's true. Or taken a step that other people have already taken before, but they haven't published their results. So, for example, if you don't have the literature resource for something, like for a failed experiment or something that just didn't get published, you might also go down the same rabbit hole and accidentally try to do work that ends up failing just because other people didn't publish that work that ended up failing. So, I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through and let's get this done. So this first code block, let's do it. So I think what I'm going to do is just pop down here, because we're going to need a very similar setup to what we have down here. I'm just going to copy these lines and put them where we have all the different code blocks and go from there. So let's do ASCII. I'm just going to copy it like this. Okay, so let's go up to the first code block and let's get this done. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it's odd to me. It's odd to me how few people in the research community embrace open source. Because at least to me, I feel like more people should be, you know, using open source programming and stuff for their work. Julia, simple DFC function, C++, C, Haskell, Python, Scratch. Okay, so one thing I have to do is pop down here and change, what was it, C++ and C? Yep, to 2 minus. Actually, probably 3 minus. There we go. There. Okay, so let's pop up to the top and let's go ahead and get this this comment block done. So what we have to do is figure out what lines this block is in all the different code. So nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to do VI. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to just go ahead and put this down twice. So let's go ahead and grab this. Oh, and for Scratch I have to use pseudocode. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Well, really, I was under the impression that science was virtually synonymous with open source code. At least always marketed as what scientists use. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's what scientists use because supercomputers run Linux, you know? And without supercomputers, I can't do my work. You know, I need a supercomputer. I need an HPC. That said, they don't know the tools of the open source world. Like, my lab doesn't use version control. I'm the only one that uses version control. You know, my lab just cannot interact with people in an open source way because they don't know how and they don't care to. So that's what I mean. Like, the reason I went into science to begin with, or one of the reasons I went into science to begin with, was because one of my advisors back as an undergraduate told me that all of the research he had ever done was open source. And I thought that was amazing. I was like, you know, maybe I'm not the person who could, who could help write the Linux kernel, but I could be the person that just writes, writes everything else. I mean, just writes everything open source. I thought that was really cool. That idea. I'm sorry for the yawn, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this done. I also need to grab this section here and put it down here for the next set here. And I think that's it. I think if I put it here and there, I'll be okay. So let's see, what do we have? I think that's the only time I have code. Yeah, okay, good. So let's go through and let's go ahead and update it. So I want to go into Julia. 1 second, Julia. Come on. Code, Julia, and fft.jl. And the code I need is function dft. There it is right up there. So I want to do, I want to say lines 2 through lines 2 through 11. And I'm going to have to do the same thing down here real quick. So let's go ahead and dd there, yank, and for Scratch, I'm just going to have to put it down here. So for now, I'm just going to use the Julia code for Scratch because it's reasonable enough, I think. Okay, so now the next bit for the Julia code is going to have to be the Quilituki function, which is going to be down here, and that should be 14 through 31. Great, and we do the same thing down here. So let's just yank, paste, and remove this guy and that guy and that guy. And then we remove these up here. Okay, so now for the next language, which should be C. Yep, good. Quit. Code C, fft.c. Great. Okay, so now we have to grab, what do we need? We need DFT. Do we have a DFT? Do we have a DFT? Do we have a DFT? Let me see. C++, Quilituki, bit reverse, iterative Quilituki, main. We do not have a DFT. Okay, that's fine. No DFT is fine. So then if we don't have a DFT function, I might just have to use the Julia code for these guys for now. So let's just go ahead and, because I imagine none of them have a DFT. Let me see. So let's just see, we have C++, Julia has a DFT, Haskell. Not that I'm aware of. Actually, how do I read this? Okay, FFT there. I guess we do that. Yeah, okay, fine. Python, Quilituki, iterative Quilituki, X, Scratch. Okay, fair enough. So let's go through and let's get it done. So for all of these guys, I'll use Julia code for now, but then we'll update it in just a second because we're going to have to write the pseudocode. But it's basically the same as Julia code. Oh, U. So then we want to do D2D. Yes. 2, 3, 4. Okay. People don't use version control, usually zip archive their files on their own in a Dropbox or something, so they know they should be using it, but they don't use the most convenient user-friendly tool at hand. It's kind of awful. Yeah, that's exactly the problem I have. When I was trying to introduce version control to my unit, and the question I got most frequently, or I got a couple times, and seemed to be the general vibe of the audience, was why would I use version control when I could just write my code in MATLAB and put it on Dropbox? And that kind of hurt my soul a bit. You know, I was like, because it's better. Because, I don't know, I didn't know how to answer, because it's just like, you know, you pitch it to people, and if they don't like it, they don't like it, you know? There's nothing you can do about it. It's done. Okay, so now let's move down to the next section here. And we should be able to just grab the Cooley2Key functions from these guys. So let's go ahead and go into, Julia is already set, so now let's do C. Where's Cooley2Key? So we want set number. So this is going to be 13 through 35. We want to do C++. FFT.cpp. Same thing down here. So for this guy, we want set 1 second number, and we're going to want to do 19 through 44. 19 through, what did I say, 44. Next one will be, what's the next one? Haskell? Yeah, Haskell. DD, Haskell. So let's go to VI code. 1 second. VI code, Haskell, FFT.hs. And I think what I want to do is DD there. Oh, I forgot to change the code. Oh, no, the code's correct. So we want to do lines. I think it's going to be 18 looks like it's when it's done. Maybe it's 19. So 6 to 19. And then the last one will be Python. 1 second. Yeah, you do. Wait, let me see. I missed a couple things. Make you wonder why Linus wrote the Git repository, because you can see changes, revert them easily. Version control. Back in my day, we stashed everything in my buddy's FTP server, which we may or may not have remembered to turn on. I've had people that do similar things. Like it boggles my mind sometimes, but you know, it is what it is. So Cooley2Key is there. Function Cooley2Key. Okay, let's see what we got. DD there, and import lines 5 to 16. Write that, and let's see what it looks like. Oh, I think I have 2 code blocks. Yeah, I probably want to get rid of this code block down here. And is there not another code block down here? I guess not. Okay, let's see what happens. I need to write this, and let's see what it looks like. Give it a second to reload. If someone, maybe an evil genius, offered you $10 million in exchange for you getting a degree in marketing, would you accept? After getting that degree, would you have it? Would you have a lot of funding or for whatever research you might want to do? I don't know. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about that. Just let me check this real quick. So we have Scratch, Python, Haskell, C++, C, Julia. Great. That's the next code snippet. Function Cooley2Key, void, template, Haskell, Python, Scratch. Great. And so that looks like it is changing. I need to write the pseudocode really quick. The pseudocode's basically the Julia code, so I think I might leave it for now. Yeah, quite frankly, that's pretty close. Yeah, okay, I might leave it like this for now. Let me just pop back. Actually, this is a good conversation to have. So let's cd dot. Oh, git add dot. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to do. Let me do cd fft, cd code, make directory. Oh no, I don't need it. Good. So I should be able to. I should just be able to do git status. Yeah, and these should be all the files that we changed today, and it should work right out of the box. Okay, what do we have? Does he? I don't perceive that. Wait, what? Flood from now. He obviously hates capitalism. Aside from wasting a few years, there's no real issue. The word evil, lol. Okay. Here's my honest opinion. I don't need money. I know this sounds really weird, but for me, time is the most important resource we have on this earth, you know? Because you can't get time back. You can always make more money, but you can never get time back. The amount of time that you're spending on something, the amount of time that you invest in your own education, invest in yourself, the amount of time that you invest in other people, this is a resource you will never get back. So, if someone offers me $10 million, so I would never have to worry about money again, maybe, but on the other hand, that's kind of a waste of time, because in my opinion, and I'm speaking from a position of privilege right now, but in my opinion, I can probably find enough money to live off of. No matter where I go, I will probably be able to find money. But I absolutely hate wasting time. When people are 5 minutes late to a meeting, when people, just ask you to do something without considering how much time it will take, this type of stuff just grinds me to the core, because I'm sitting here thinking, I have so many other better things I could be doing with my time. This is why I don't really like traveling. This is why I don't like, spending hours and hours watching YouTube videos. I don't play video games anymore, because when I think about the amount of time that I spend, I dump into this kind of stuff, it kind of sickens me a little bit. It's like realizing you have a drinking habit, and then you look back on your habit and you're like, man, did I really spend X $1,000 on drinks this past year? That seems incredible. I could have spent that money in so many better ways. It's the feeling of lost opportunity. It's the feeling that you have been wasting a resource that you can't get back. And I hate that idea. So I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I mean, if someone offered me $10 million to get a marketing degree, I don't know if I'd do that. I mean, because I'd have to sit through 5 years of marketing school, and I do not want to do that. But for $10 million, I mean, that's enough to live off of for the rest of my life, So then I'd just be able to do exactly what I want to do after that. I wouldn't have to do anything else. But I don't know. I don't know I don't know that situation. I just wanted to say that if you're one of those people that wastes a lot of time, I guess just think about the time that you're wasting, because for me, I don't like wasting time, I don't like, I'm fine. Sometimes I would rather give people like $100 or $200 or $300 than waste an hour of time, And when people come to me in the middle of work and I'm in the middle of programming or something like that, and they say to me, do you have time for a meeting? And then we don't do anything in the meeting, I get so frustrated because I was in the middle of doing something important, and then you take me out of that to do something completely worthless, You won't have to spend doing what other people tell you to do. Yeah, but the thing is, if I became a professor, I would be doing what I want to do anyway. Pretty close. And $10 million, yeah, I could pay for a postdoc for a bit. That'd be quite useful. I'm not sure. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and commit what we have. I think that's okay. So let's do, let's see, git commit modifying Relay and FFT chapters. Okay, git push origin master. That should work. I'm sorry, Secure Mechanics. I didn't mean to bring up bad ideas. It's just, I know a lot of people who, in my family, suffer from alcoholism. So I think of all the time you won't have, yeah, you could tell people to do something for you that's saving you time. Yeah, you're right, but I also don't like wasting other people's time, Like, this is why my videos are short. This is why sure, streaming is one thing, and I'm very appreciative that you guys are here, but, streaming is something you can put on in the background. I don't see it as a waste of time, because it's something you put on while you're also doing other things, I can't get those years back, but I'm making up for it as best I can. Sadly, that does involve some video games. Yeah. Most important part of Git is being able to work on a project together while preventing accidental overlapping changes. It's efficient in storage and speed, being able what to track. You can use .ignore temp files instead of having to remove, not select them, with granular control, automated tracking of differences, etc. Yeah, you're totally right. There is reason to use version control. And to me, as a scientist and someone who has to keep a lab notebook every single day, I don't understand the point in the lab notebook when I have version control. And version control says literally everything I've ever done in a day by day or sometimes hour by hour way, so I can just go back and change things whenever I need to. You know, like it seems to me like I like it. It's like having an eraser. It's like having the ability to work with other people. It's great. It's very useful for me. But I can't convince anyone in my unit to use it because it's too complicated, you know? Because that's what it is, you know? So that's how it goes. Someone who actually signs their commits. Scary Chaotix, as far as what you're saying, I agree. At one point, I was playing Guild Wars the other day, well, like a few years ago, and I realized I wasted almost 3,000 hours on that game. Now, granted, about 1,500 of the hours I was AFK going for a single title, but that's still 1,500 hours I spent on a single game. You know? How do you spend that much time on the game? And I realized, sure, most of the time when I was playing the game, I wasn't actually playing. I was just chatting with people. Like I basically used it as a chat room, you know, because I enjoyed talking to the people there, and we had kind of a mutual like of the game, a mutual appreciation of the game. So we would play together, we would, you know, talk together, and that's kind of what we did. Nowadays I have you guys, and I just talk to you guys every day, and it's basically the same thing. I get the same feeling of enjoying myself while communicating and talking to other people. It's just that now I'm doing something I like doing instead of it's something I like doing more than playing Guild Wars. So I'm gonna go ahead and end stream a little bit early today, in part because I have to double check the YouTube video I'm going to put out in just a second, just to make sure it flows okay. The thumbnail isn't great on this one. I couldn't figure out a good thumbnail, but outside of that, I think I'm good to go. So we updated a few chapters. I think I'll also come back tomorrow and update the chapters there. I probably spent 4K hours on Dota 2 in total from 4 accounts. That's crazy, but it's not as crazy I've seen. I've seen some people with 6,000 hours in League of Legends. Is it wasted if you enjoy it though? Studying physics and computer science now is definitely more rewarding, but we gotta enjoy our time however we can. I'll agree with you there. You have to make that decision though, right? Like, for me, watching a movie and reading a book, or reading a textbook or reading a research article are about the same level of enjoyment. I enjoy reading research articles. So to sit down and watch a video, it feels like a waste of time because I'm not learning as much as I would be with the as a research article. In fact, I enjoy reading the research article more. So if it's more enjoyable, it's more educational, then it's better, you know, just do that, you know? But this is my personal opinion. If you enjoy something else better, do that other thing you like better, you know? Deep answers, like always, Simulators. Thank you for all your insight, man. Really fascinating to listen to you. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming in. I used to play a lot of games. Now I can't start a game without feeling guilty for wasting time. Yeah, but as far as guilt is concerned, sure, you'll feel guilty. But on the other hand, I think it's okay to enjoy yourself every now and again. Anyways, I do think I need to go. So have a great day, night, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it happens to be your time. And I will see you around next time for the next episode of Simuleos, where we probably finish working on the algorithm archive for now. We need to decide what algorithm we want to go through next. So I probably will put a poll up on Twitter or something like that in the near future. Thanks again so much for coming in, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye, guys. Oh, also, before I go, don't forget, if you haven't already, to go to Discord. Discord. It has... come on, Discord. There we go. That's where I've been hanging out recently. It's pretty good. Okay, that's it. Now I'll see you guys. Bye, guys.